Hi guys, my name is Oswald Situk, and today I will be showing you how to install a Windows 10 operating system on Hyper-V virtual machine. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and do this. So on your Hyper-V manager, you come to New, click on virtual machine, and then the new virtual machine wizard pops up. Then you have to go through each blade and configure your settings for your virtual machine. So you can just click on next, read through this, and then go to next, and here you're asked to choose a preferred name for your virtual machine. In this case, I'll just use Windows 10 Client Computer 2 because I have one already. I'm just trying to follow that order. And you can choose your preferred location or just use the default location that is set for you. So you want to choose your preferred location, just click on this and then change that. Also, if you want to change your default location so you don't have to come back to do this every time, just come to your host here, right click, go to Hyper-V settings, and then virtual machines. In here, you can choose browse and select your preferred location, your default location, and set it up. Let's continue from where we stop. So here we have this. I'm fine with where my virtual machine is going to be stored. And click on next. Then generation 2, generation 1. Here we select the generation of the virtual machine. Generation 1 supports 32 bits operating system and 64, but Generation 2 supports only 64 bits operating system. Also, Generation 1 is for older operating systems like Windows Vista, Windows XP, Windows 7, and Generation 2 supports more newer operating systems, and it has a secure boot feature. So any choice you make here, you must note that you cannot change that afterwards. So once a virtual machine has been created, you cannot change its generation. For this demonstration, I'm going to use generation 2. Let's move forward. Next, here we have to set the startup memory of the virtual machine. So this basically is the RAM allocation you're giving to your virtual machine for every time it comes on. So if you wanted to have maybe 2 gigs, I'm going to give you 4 gig here. What this means is when I boot this virtual machine, it's going to be automatically be allocated with 4 gigs. And after it boots completely, you can just begin to like work with that range of 4 gigs. Then if I wanted to use dynamic memory, this just means that if there is a workload that demands more RAM storage, RAM memory, um, this virtual machine can take more, can draw more based on the workload that it has. That's what the dynamic memory is for. So in this case, I'll leave it on and then click on next. I'm going to connect this to our virtual switch, like the last one. Connect it to Oswald Tech virtual switch, and then click on next. And then I'm going to allocate 30 gigabyte storage space for our virtual disk. So 30 gigabytes is fine by me, and this is where it's going to be saved by default. I wouldn't change that in this demonstration. Just go forward, and I have an image file, a bootable image file for this. I want to use Windows 10, and I have it. So I'll just click on this, and I'll find where it is. So I'll just browse here and select Windows 10. So I'll choose this, then that's it. So click, this is our image file that's going to, this is what we're going to install on our virtual machine. So we can click on next, and then you have a summary of everything you've done. You can see the name, you can see the generation, the memory space, you can see the network switch it is connected to, the where the hard disk is, and then the operating system. So just click on finish and let it do its thing. So there we are. We have our virtual machine created, but it's in an off state. So for us to start this up, just double click, or we can just connect right here, whatever the choice is. And right click also just connect. And when we connect, we have this pop up, and then we start the process. So click on start. Remember, you have to click on any button quickly. If you do not do that, you're going to be stuck. So I didn't do that, so you can't go forward from here. So I'm going to just restart this and click any button, then we move forward from there. So give this some time, let the process take its course. So here you can see the language you want to install with. the time. I wouldn't touch all these settings here. I'll just move forward, click on next, and click on install now. So here is asking us if we have a product key. For this demonstration, I don't have a product key just for a demo. So I don't have a product key, and that moves forward. So I want to install a Windows 10 Pro. I select my preferred operating system version, click on Windows 10 Pro and next. You can go through this if you have the time. Well, I think you should, well, at least once in your life. Well, you go through these terms, the license terms, and just know what you're agreeing to. So I accept these license terms and then next. And since we have a clean virtual machine and it has nothing on it, so I'll just have a custom install. I'm not upgrading it. I'm just installing brand new. So it's just empty. So start with custom install. This is the allocated disk that we give to our virtual machine, which is 30 gigabytes. And it's already nothing is inside of it. Just click on it and then next. Then the process begins. So this takes quite a while. I'm going to time it so we know just how long it took. So the whole installation process took about 30 minutes, and this depends on your compute power, as your RAM and your processor speed, so it varies. So now we're done with installation, we can go ahead to set up the operating system, like set up the computer. The Windows 10 operating system has been installed, so we have to set up the computer ourselves. So here we get to choose our region. So I'm going to scroll Nigeria. Yes, and keyboard format. I think I like the layout like this. Yes. And then add the second keyboard layout. I do not want that, so just keep for this demo purpose. So I do not have internet and I do not want this VM to have access to the internet yet, just for this purpose. I don't want that. And I can skip with the limited net setup because I don't have internet for this, so I'll just continue with limited setup. And now we're here. So I have to give a name to this PC. So I will call it email and then next password. Just let me just set something as simple. Okay. I don't want to set this just next. Okay. It's compulsory. I have to do that. Okay. So we have to set up a security question just so we can recover the account in case we forget our password. So I'm going to use what's the first pet name? Okay. Random. Just call it Zeus. Okay. And next, the second question, childhood nickname. Let's just call it Zeus. And then name of your oldest cousin. Just call it Zeus. And then next, we can move forward. This is because I set up a password. If I did not set up a password, I wouldn't have to go through that. You just skip the process. So that's why I had to put the security questions for that regard. So now this is, I'll leave everything here on default. Just accept, proceed. Hi, we're getting everything ready for you. So at this point, just have to sit back and relax and just take a cup of coffee or something. Just relax. You're going to do everything on this phone and you'll be in your system. So let's just give it a wait. So we are here and our installation is complete. You can see maybe later here. Okay, we have to do this. But I want you to observe first of all, we have our sound is not connecting. Like on this virtual machine, we cannot play out sound. And I'm going to show you a quick way to fix this. So you just come to show options and then local resources, and then you see sound here. Click on settings and then play on this computer and record on this computer. Once you do this, click on OK and then you connect. Going to restart the process and we'll get in. This time around you will see that net, just like this, you'll be able to play sound on that device, on the VM. So let's give it a moment to come up. So here, just put in my password. So as you can see, like I mentioned earlier, now you can play any sound and you can record from this virtual machine. So we're done here, and in the next video I'll be showing you how to join a client computer like this to a domain. And until then, sit tight. Thank you for watching. Bye.